The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now Gino on 1st down. That is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Seahawks at 10-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games. They continue that in this one.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't
they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
How many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
7-7, our score after 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say,
and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays in total. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. They will continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully bring the same results.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming up that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
Returnable for Lockett. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Smith on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for him.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Myers connects on the PAT. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive with 4 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Off of play action, here's Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the round is on here in this first half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we are at
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play action. It's Smith. Steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Got it open, man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of them.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all
Touchdown, Cowboys! Demarcus Robinson, 45 yards.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now Gino on first down.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here's Walker.
And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now here come the Cowboys.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott buying time to his left. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Prescott now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down throw for Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Prescott. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Seahawks take back over. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Charles, a lot of